Looks like he barely lost that roll.
Danger.
Or he got absolutely dumpstered. Kind of hard to tell.
It's a very interesting list he's got. I would classify it...
So he got... Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I would classify it as kind of a pink-purple aggro mid-range. Definitely more of a faster build.
Like a tempo deck?
Probably. A fair amount of forced movement in Festival Spike and Twilight and Burning Bridges and that kind of thing.
Alright, so we got our cat with Silverstream, purple. Looks like he's got a pretty good starting hand. He kept it.
Oh, you already done it?
Double R Forest with Thorax and Orange on the other side. Chose to mulligan. Struggling a little bit with the shuffling. It's not him, it's the sleeves.
So yeah, given what I know about Ara's deck, based on my research, it's essentially a
Starlight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a Sonata.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's essentially a farm counter.
Okay. This is not a farming deck he's playing against.
Yeah, but should do well against sort of the aggro decks that aren't super burst heavy.
Oh, Trixie! That's one Trixie played on top of another Trixie on the mat.
This is true.
Interesting that he lead out with that. That kind of gives our cat the opportunity to mess with him if he so chooses.
Sorry, did he confront already? Or...
Was that searching high and low? Can't tell.
It is, yeah.
Then yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay, confront.
Bad.
So you just paid one draw card?
That was my...
Sorry?
I have 7 cards in hand.
So you have...
I went second, so I draw a card.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Thank. Remember to change the color.
And I'm pretty sure I saw Brian over there in Forest Sand. Didn't see much else.
P2 moves over. Pass it. Sorry.
To move. Does that strike you as an interesting play? Like, Forest has no obligation to play anything else to that problem. And,
He will want to at some point because Silverstream has eccentric on him.
it's true. Yeah, I suppose he's assuming that Forrest is going to move Thorax over there, and then he'll flip, and not confront. Ooh, very good.
Yep, that's it.
There we go.
And this is where Silverstream can start making life very hard for the Thorax player.
Can you change the overlay on the left side?
Apologies. I had written it down, but I hadn't pressed Control S yet.
It should be... I believe it's 2-1 for Force at the moment. Sonata drop. I refuse to call her Taco Tuesday.
Is that true? Well, okay. You were paying attention.
Well, I see 2 flipped mains.
No. Forrest hasn't flipped his main yet.
Is that not flipped? Oh, I can't tell. Hold on. My resolution is not great. Give me a second.
I see. Yeah, because Forrest tried to confront with Thorax, and then Silverstream flipped, and so he didn't confront. And now it's his go again. Or wait, sorry, Ara's confronted once.
Yeah.
So it should be 1-1 tie at the moment, I believe. And yeah, as I said, this is when Ara can stack up the eccentric and really make Thorax's life quite difficult. And if that main doesn't flip, then that deck loses a lot of its power.
Yeah. may have been worth considering not going for the turn 1 score point to potentially keep him guessing as to where you want to move Thorax to, even though it's technically kind of obvious. Both problems are easily confrontable because that's 4 on the other side, so maybe could have held out just a little bit to guarantee the flip, but you don't score as early.
Alright, this takes his AT.
Okay.
Yep. He's gonna draw, I presume.
Yes.
Bank one.
Alright.
AJ
Worst.
Fluttershy right there.
Yeah, he does have AJ and Fluttershy, so if he can get going, he's got one of his key cards already.
Yeah, he's got a lot of doubles in his hand too. What's that? That looks like 3 pair.
A1, play Applejack and Fluttershy.
Okay.
What?
Are considered.
So I'm going to banish fire from hands, retire Taco Tuesday.
He's gonna belly flop him.
Yeah, that seems most likely.
Oh god.
What?
So,
Yeah, you took control of Trixie.
yeah. And then I'm going to belly flop Trixie into.
Okay.
So she's also. I'm retiring her to dismiss that. Sorry.
Devastating play. Ah, thank you, Werefrog, from the chat. Rockhoof and Forest deck is an excellent card as well, especially with Applejack and Fluttershy. If you can get it out and stick it.
I mean, he gains pink and purple. Sticking it is kind of the hard thing.
That's the thing. If I know anything about our Cat's deck, it's packed full of removal.
So it looks like Forest is kind of stuck on being able to play anything in now at this point. Well-timed Sonata belly flop right there. Really messes with him.
Basically, just has to dig for entry.
So this is where the play of waiting a little bit and then just your first confront being with Forax would be somewhere away from Silverstream. Would have been looks a lot better now, but at the beginning it's kind of hard to tell. That was a very shiny card.
Yeah, I did not see. I mean, the deck has Sunset Festival in it, but it didn't look like a Sunset Festival to me. Promo Napcakes, possibly.
I don't think Napcakes are that shiny.
It's a little unfortunate. Well, actually, no. Just ignore me. So, if you're Ara, you're essentially just going to keep on playing this slow, right?
You are kind of in the driver's seat now. You can just play this at whatever pace you want.
Yeah, actually, if you DFO, then you're probably going to throw up a problem that's harder to confront.
If you have no way to confront anything right now, then yeah, you just whatever hold back, and then you disrupt Thorax when he tries to confront. Keep him not flipped.
A Traveler Spike could be real interesting. He's holding on to. It would cost him 4 AT, or rather 3 AT to play and use. Wait, Twilight works just fine.
Thorax. It's the only option you have.
Attempt to confront.
Okay.
Point. Card. Bank two.
Okay. 3.
This is also switching high and low. Pretty good for Silverstream too.
Right. So, one assumes that Forrest is looking for a fire friendship. He's probably got one of those in there.
I feel like there's a lot of entry friends anyways as well.
A1 to play delivery mare.
Yep, delivery mare works.
A2 to play Applejack on his pony.
There we go.
Front, 4 points.
There is a priority window here. Now fixing the Applejack.
Okay. Napcakes and the Applejack doesn't... Oh, it does something in front. That's right.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
that's entirely why is like you have to kind of be a little bit wary of that.
Next turn.
This is also where kind of mentality starts to come into play. When you kind of like run into brick walls like this all the time, you kind of can't get a defeatist kind of feeling, right?
Mm-hmm. I know in my early days, it often, like, you get into a situation like
apparently
this.
We should have a judge call. Something got put on top of the deck instead of the discard pile. Oh yeah, the Applejack.
It got Napcakes, didn't it?
Yeah, goes on top of the deck.
Oh, did it go to discard?
Yeah, I can see it on top of the discard
Oh,
pile.
okay. Fair enough then. Yeah, that needs to happen.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking somewhere else and didn't see that. Thank you. But
Did you play Napcakes?
Yes.
No, you played both. Okay. There was a question about the Applejack.
What?
Sorry, the nap takes us back to my point.
Okay.
Yes, but the Applejack should be...
What is your Napcakes?
He tapped to the Applejack.
That goes on top of your deck.
On top of my deck?
Yes. Napcakes goes on top.
Okay.
so whenever you like,
Thank you, Carson.
It was Pages, not me. But anyway.
it wasn't even me.
It wasn't-
Hand it off.
That's right.
But
It was a chat.
yeah, while I wasn't looking, always look. So when you're kind of playing against a deck that has disruption, like pink and purple, it's kind of like having a carrot dangled in front of you and you not being able to reach it. You know, you're like, oh, I can finally confront, and then you get stopped. And then your next turn is like, oh, I can confront, and then you get stopped. And then the next turn, oh, I can confront, and you get stopped again. So there's two kind of like mentalities in a sense. You can just keep ramming your head into a wall, and with the hopes that something changes. And eventually the wall will break, maybe because like he could run out of resources. He might not have the AT. He might not have the card. Or you can try to plan around it.
2 for Selena Blue over here.
Ooh, Selena. That is essentially...
Skylight, man.
Yeah, true.
That's a lot of eccentric.
Eccentric... Is she 3?
Selena eccentric 2.
Okay, so Eccentric 4 total on the problem. Still
Yeah.
plenty.
Yeah. So, now the wall just got thicker and taller.
Score face here.
Okay.
Confront this. Exhaust. Solution to draw a card.
Okay.
Oh, there's that. I would have
Ooh, staff off the top. That's
Last turn.
gonna be an even bigger problem soon
Is
enough.
that?
So you can get your token.
Yeah, yeah.
started.
Wait, what?
Okay, so at the start of your turn, I'm going to use Selena's
Yeah.
ability to exhaust.
But if anything I know from playing Control, is that, like, often enough, the aggro player might feel like you've got all the answers, but you're often dancing a knife's edge yourself. I was usually very worried about running out of resource, like, removal and such.
Yeah, it's... If you can kind of like... The key to playing against control is to not get flustered by getting stuffed over and over, like, more than once.
Mhm.
Right?
Because it
If
might...
you kind of like
Sorry, go ahead.
run into something and it kind of messes with your mentality, then
Oh, I already grabbed
it will make the next like part of the game even harder. So you have to kind of keep a clear mind as to what to do.
A1 to play
Because, yeah, things may look bad for Forrest right now, but he is only 3 points back, and he can absolutely score pretty fast if...
Yeah, he just has to make sure that if in the event that he eats like a belly flop or something, that he can still recover from it.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right, there we go. There we go. Got a flip.
3.
Thorax is online.
Mm-hmm. So this is a situation where Aura's forced movement will come in handy, presumably, because the ability to keep Thorax off the problems is pretty necessary. He's already 6 power, and is not going to go down much.
Can we, like, turn off the sun?
As much as you might think I'm the right person to ask for that, unfortunately I don't have that kind of power.
That's a lot of AT for our other to be able to do anything.
And he hasn't exhausted his Starlight yet either. I believe he's looking for a... No, you're making it worse. Okay.
No, that's good. I can see the art.
Yeah. It's okay now, I guess.
All right. Ooh.
Sakura's main characters can't be in face-offs. Which, yep, he's angling for the face-off right here. But, hang on a second. Searching is... Oh, he's DFOing. Okay, that makes sense.
You still have 3 tokens?
Yes, I still have 3 tokens.
You win! Oh, and you started the face off. And now I won the face off.
That's...
Right. So this should score him... Presuming he wins the face-off, this will take him up to 5 points, right?
I believe so.
Or wait, no, he's at 4 right now. He'll score 3, he'll go to
Yep.
7. Yeah.
1, 2,
we'll go with that.
3, 4. Okay.
Let's go... You have no tokens? Okay. Let's go Scorpions. Attempt to confront that one.
So double confront?
Yes. Attempt to confront?
Yep.
Attempt to confront?
Yep. I have no tokens, I cannot do any actions.
I've got Cora.
Which means he can't contribute here.
Thorax does not
Yep. He likes not to exhaust Silver Screen, which makes sense.
no power.
No power, so just 5.
5 on 13 something?
4.
I was hoping for a sick chaos effect.
Mm-hmm. Alright, 1 point more.
These go home. Delivering there, the set being home, it's moved to another opponent's dead.
Right? Good. It's problems.
Moving character is probably include a 1 pointer for here. Opposing characters here with 2 or less printed power can contribute their power to face offs.
Yeah.
What is that on
I-
cat side?
Anything else?
I was going to ask you. I hoped you knew. I have plenty of idea. Let me find out.
4 tokens.
Something that was
So I have to wait.
That is Banquet Baking.
Oh, my card's sick.
Yeah, when you move a character to a problem, you may put to this problem, put a 1 pink Earth Pony friend token into play. Okay.
That just feels so many things. Is that his hand?
What?
That is a large hand.
Okay.
Aura's got like a full grip,
Oh, I see.
which is really, really good if you're playing pink purple.
Draw my card.
Tell you.
Alright. So Thorax is a little... Forest, rather, is a little sad to see a problem with an orange requirement over there. You can't confront it with just Thorax. I mean, it's always Aura's problem. Yep, that works.
2 to play delivery crew.
I get the feeling he's about to eat something.
Delivery Crew is the card that puts a +1 power counter on something at the end of the turn, I'm pretty sure.
Attempt to confront.
Cool, he got through.
Alright, I can score a point, end my turn. I can put a 1 power on my friends.
Counter on delivery mirror makes a lot of sense.
All right.
Cool.
He wants to put anything he can out of what do you call it? Out of nap cake's range.
Yeah.
That's like one less thing to have to worry about, which kind of makes it easier on your own mental state. When you don't have to worry about a card anymore.
So yeah, Forrest is starting to build up some momentum, but he's behind on points, and Ara has a big AT in reserve.
Question. Zecora,
So
is
we'll
that
see.
Where the problem she is, or anywhere? So,
She
okay.
would be a little bit broken if she said anywhere. Like, a lot broken.
Not like the Cluj Town vendor. So,
Now Ara does have that staff in hand, I think. We saw that a while back.
Oh,
K2.
And there it is.
Alright.
Some juicy targets on the other
So the
side.
thing is, though, he's got 2 Bryans. So it's not the biggest deal.
huh?
That's true.
It's not like you just dump this at the beginning of the game, and then you just like, well, play something, get it frightened, play something, get it frightened.
Use stick. Silver Stream on
So it's 2 against 5?
6.
2 against 6.
Okay, going for delivery crew makes sense. That'll be a frightened.
So it's retired or banished?
That is just right.
Just assuming the worst.
Spend 2.
When you kind of like, when you don't play against control a lot, and you don't see a lot of certain control cards, sometimes you feel like everything is a retirement or a banish.
6, 7.
That's fair.
Zecora.
Yep.
Yeah, the Zecora is gonna follow Thorax like for the rest of the game.
9.
How do you feel about targeting Pyre instead of Delivery Mirror?
Where did that one come from?
Moving characters.
I mean,
Earthbound.
that is sort of the value over time.
Let's go score phase.
It's only 1 counter now. It'll be 2 counters later.
So it's 2 against...
It's true that Frightening Delivery Crew will send her home, which is definitely good.
Zecora.
Still capable of
I
confronting.
mean, I feel like I can see where it came from, but you're right. It's a choice.
So this goes up to an 8. So yes, you have 9.
Yes.
Alright.
Face off. Card.
So Ara confronts
Get a nap cake.
and won the face-off as well.
Oh,
Yeah. Because this yellow-orange deck kind of requires Thorax to actually win anything.
Yeah.
Flip averages understandably low.
Your problem, Ara, please.
place your problem.
He's dealing his home limit. Ah, there we go. Alright, that's a lesson plans. Okay.
Yeah.
9.
So Ara is
Discard 1.
running up a point lead now.
Okay. Where are my tokens? That's grab tokens. Draw my card. Okay.
After you've
Where's the Delivery Mirror?
drawn, waiting.
Did it go home?
There's no point.
It did. It should not have.
Yeah.
Is it a May?
Is it a May?
That into my hand and there's a problem.
You have a judge look at that? Yeah, it's sent to another problem instead. It's not a thing you can avoid.
Alrighty. Yep, that should be at the other problem then.
This card should not have gone home. It should have been sent to the other.
Thank you. Sorry. Okay. Pay 1, play Brian. Retire this card to dismiss. Stabs the bonus.
There we go.
That works just fine.
How much AT does he have left?
1. Split
Ara or Forrest?
Harmless Pegasus. If I have a Pegasus, put an opposing friend to owner's hand instead. Zecora.
Okay. I wonder why he chose to do it now instead of like later.
Yeah, probably more impactful playing that during a key face-off.
Because Yeah, whenever. So as an aggro deck, when you have limited amounts of control, kind of like that, you really want to get maximum use out of it. So, for example, in this case, if you wait for your opponent to move the Zecora to your Thorax, then you dump him to the out of your hand. That's just like 2 AT wasted for him.
Do you hear
10
that?
minutes left.
10 minutes, okay. Yeah, because now Aura presumably will... He can play the
Just play it
Zecora
there.
again, yeah.
Yeah, so in that case, you kind of waste 2 AT, and you, if he attempts a face-off, he might accidentally walk into a face-off where you have the advantage.
Meanwhile, yeah, Aura... He can probably just do the same thing he's been doing, right?
Yeah, you just play it again.
Yep.
Right, it's not like you don't have the AT to. But he has like a gajillion cards.
Okay.
Yep. Silverstream Zecora. And that should do it, right? Thorax is still confronting. And one-sided face-off.
Oh my god, so many cards.
It's possible he forgot to discard for hand size last turn.
Using 2 or banking 2?
Those are currently being banked.
He got 1 card unsatisfactory worked in. He drew 1.
That's,
And then
6.
he has a Selena that's not untapped. Yeah, it's.
Hmm.
I feel like.
How many cards do you have?
A lot.
How many did you have at the end of your turn?
I believe I had 8
Then you get a Selena at the start of my turn.
So you should have 11.
playing Selena games.
How many do you have now?
10 -1 because he played the blah, so he's fine.
Yep, so he's good.
Yeah.
Oh, and now you're at the start of your turn now, having already...
Because he had 11, he played the Zecora, so he's down to 10. That's all good.
No, sorry, I did play.
Did he not?
Oh, the Zecora was put into my hand by the...
Yeah, so 11 down to 10.
Yeah, so I was at 11, I played that, and now I'm at 10. So this makes sense.
Yes. Because I played an unsatisfactory work to put the...
Yeah, that's good. It's fine.
I'm always afraid of doing that with this deck.
It's so easy to like have your hand full. Because it's like with Selena Blue, you just... Selena Blue is, you know, net 1 card.
Mm-hmm.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Now, I miscalculated.
Ah, it's true. Thorax will not be confronting through Silverstream's Eccentric. If Ara's got 2 AT left, he can Princess Twilight to move something else to that problem.
Well, I messed that math up pretty bad, so now I have to
Gotta live with it.
adjust for this, I think.
Oh, so you will use this too?
Possibly. Sometimes I like the fact that she has a centric, but that's not right.
Kind of working against him right now, though. That's true.
I didn't see the card he's thinking about right now. Is that...
That's Sonata at the top of this pile.
Okay. Sonata's not going to start the face-off, but it's useful to have in play if he wants to avoid the face-off coming back, I guess.
You just drop something and then it goes.
Nope, he's just going to go to score phase.
Exhaust.
Hard.
And yeah, Silverstream works just as well to avoid the face-off back.
Yes. So you're going away.
Yeah, discarding to hand side. Sky another Selena Blue, Nap Cakes. A super foily card, which I believe is. Can't really see what it is. That's fine. Twilight and Pink.
Really sorry to see these come.
Well, it didn't play.
Having another Selena Blue,
Now,
not entirely necessary.
4. And I got my cards.
Yes.
There.
Now I will sit
Let's do 6 on 6. Yes, I know. I got
No, staff, Selena.
Another staff. That's
yeah.
okay. There's another Brian.
Yeah, I think he might actually hang on to Sonata. No, he's gonna flip the staff, right? That would make sense.
That is, hopefully the idea. I mean, Thorax Sector or not, 7 flip is a 7 flip.
Wait, what's the time?
It is still the best you can do. Did you hear that time update? We're probably getting pretty short by now.
Yeah, I think it's. There's a 4 in there somewhere.
Which means that Ara's in a real good spot.
Yeah. Is that the card that gives power counters on things?
Which one?
It's an orange event.
Oh shoot. Brotherly Love or?
I think that's what it is. There's a Big Mac on it.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yes, the sun is going down.
The Pegasi brought in clouds for us. Did Forrest just pass?
Yes.
Okay. I think Ara now has the AT to double, right?
Is that 8 on the other side?
That one? I think so. Although actually, there's really no point. He's way ahead, time is short, no need to risk wasting AT. If your opponent's got another unsatisfactory work or something.
Okay, now you want to go for delivery mirror.
Silver Stream first. That's not what I want. Keep going.
Delivery mirror, yep.
2 minutes.
5.
Taco Tuesday.
5 to 1.
7.
So 7 on 7.
Alright, tied.
Alright.
Huh!
I win.
Sick.
I lost a pirate ship.
I lost a Glimmer and a Taco Tuesday. I think I got the worst for that one.
2 minutes.
Yep. Ara should be mindful of the time. Assumably, this isn't his first song and dance.
That was a wash.
I mean, yeah, you should be mindful, just be careful. That you don't, intentionally slow play, but also that you kind of get enough stuff on the field so that your opponent can't win the game.
Vanish that.
Mhm.
Like control delivery now.
Is this going to be another belly flop? Oh, that is
Yeah,
That-
got that.
that is probably the game right there.
Those Sonata belly flops.
Yep. Keeps
Still making 2.
Yes.
keeps 2 AT banked.
Yep.
11?
Confronts to 11.
Got my tokens.
Would you have drawn the card if you were in?
Off of what?
Off of Silverstream's trigger.
Okay. Selena.
You want to win the face-off. Just to make sure that you win the game.
I guess, makes sense.
At this point, your hand is so full, I think. Plus, you can dig 3 deep, that it doesn't matter. That one card doesn't matter as much. You'd rather have, like, the 6 power.
1. Like growling critters.
Okay. Force is going to go for a multi-confront, presumably.
1.
That's his only chance.
Tokens. 1 powered. Two of them. You'd be so kind. Thank you. Pay one, play Brian.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. That is enough to confront, I believe. Over there.
Critters don't count as friends, right?
No, those count.
Huh?
Who's active player?
Who?
Who is active?
Active player.
Yeah.
Active player. Went first.
Active player, so this is my last turn. Okay, so
Just go out, go down your back, bro.
so this is actually 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
His problem is bonus 2. He can score. Like, if he confronts all 3 problems and wins the face-off,
8. So
what is that?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
5 points?
And pay 3 to play Mage Meadowbrook, dismiss
Ew.
opposing Troublemaker and resources.
All right.
Yep, and
Nap cakes?
confront.
Does he have a nap cakes?
You are exactly at. I am putting nap cakes this way.
Got him.
There we go.
Dismiss, banished, or
Nope.
removed.
Not return.
Brian does not work on that.
Or top effect, sorry.
So 5.
Sorry, that was top effect.
It's on my hand. Okay, so at 4. So pay 1 to play Brotherly Love to put 2 +1 counters on a friend.
How does he have orange?
That's a good point. Yeah, yep. No orange.
Bam, bam.
Presumably Grandpa's is around?
I mean,
Yeah.
don't think it matters.
It really doesn't matter.
3.
But it is
Oh,
true.
she doesn't get 6 because of no status comes. 3, 5.
I believe you are up 1.
Up 1.
No.
So I win the face off.
Yep.
I get the double. And bam. This goes under.
4 points to 7.
Everyone goes home.
Yeah, it's fine. The game is over.
I goes home too.
That was his last turn. Can't score on his opponent's turn.
The game will end on my turn.
So just pass the turn, my dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, at least my loss wasn't quite as hard.
It's worth it, I think, if you're in our position to at least go through the motions and make sure you don't forget any of your triggers and stuff. But at the same time, also just pass.
Yeah. Either way, you win.
We'll just confront that first. Let's see.
Not
Alrighty, Winara.
should not have moved my thorax to your silver screen problem. I don't know why I did that.
That's good. He knows. He knows what things that he could have changed.
You were prepared. Right.
One of my locals runs a thorax deck that is probably fairly similar to this. I've had a bit of experience playing against this dude, or at least a similar deck.
You win.